Hello friends, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Maryam and I make personal improvements and studying videos. So if you're interested in, consider subscribing and liking the video. Recently, I discovered an app called Anki and I've been trying it for a month just to make this video for you guys and share the results. But I've been completely shocked because it made my life so much more easier. So here's the structure of the video, because everyone of course loves structured videos. After watching this video, you'll be able to understand basically what this Anki means, how it works, 3 reasons why you must absolutely use it, and as a bonus, we'll talk briefly about the spaced repetition concept. And the most important thing, we'll see a short tutorial about how can you use Anki as a beginner. I'm gonna leave you the timestamps down below, so feel free to skip throughout the video to the part that you're interested in. Without talking too much, let's dive into it. Here's the famous definition of Anki. It is an open source flashcard program using spaced repetition, which is a technique to confirm the cognitive science for fast and long lesson memorization. Anki is also the Japanese word that stands for memorization, and basically it is like the real flashcard that we all do know. There is the front of the flashcard where you answer the question, and there is the back of this flashcard where you enter the answer. So when you want to revise your lessons, you will have to guess the answer before seeing it, which is actually proven scientifically to be so much more effective than the old methods that we've been using, like rereading and only revising the questions without even trying to answer them. We'll talk about it in the next videos. But however, Anki is still so much more better than the real version of flashcards. It is completely free and available on all devices, which makes it a great opportunity. It is practical because when you add those those facts that you want to memorize to your phone using this app, you won't have to take with you all your books and messy papers while revising for a quiz or an exam. You can literally revise everywhere you want to, only using your phone. I personally find it so frustrating to take with me all my books whenever I want to revise something. But when I started using Anki, I became able to revise even while having a picnic with my family or on the bus, because it is practically impossible if you have an exam after 1 or 2 years to take with you all your books to, the place where you are going to have that exam. But if you use this app and you forgot something, you can easily just search about it without flipping the pages. And 3, which is the most important one, it is the best way to learn anything because it incorporates active recall and spaced repetition concepts in like a really nice fun way. And those are the most effective study techniques, and we'll talk about those too in the next videos. But you must be disciplined and use it regularly, either adding cards or revising them, which is actually not that hard because you can simply take pictures or even record audios. The idea behind this spaced repetition is that instead of cramming things into a single day, we spread out our revision over time. And basically the reason why it works because of something called the forgetting curve. And that's something we can all probably intuitively experience for ourselves. You've probably had that feeling whereby, revise something and then you look at it a week later and it's like you've just forgotten all of it. So you are just like, so what's the point of repeating it again and again? And that's the forgetting curve in action. It is the idea that over time we forget things at an exponential rate. The important thing about the forgetting curve and how we can take advantage of it is that every time we interrupt the forgetting curve, then it takes longer for us to forget something. And here's how Anki uses this concept. Let's say you just added that card on Anki and you studied it for the first time. Well, if you got it right, it will show it to you after 15 minutes, for example. And if you got it wrong, it will show it to you in less than 10 minutes. And if you got it right both times, it will be like, alright, she learned it up until today, I'm going to show it to her tomorrow. So the next day when you test yourself, if you got it right again, it will not show it to you until, I don't know, after 6 days or 10 days. And if you got it right after 10 days, it will show it to you in about a month later. But if you got it wrong, let's say after a month, it will show it to you tomorrow. It will be like you've forgotten that fact. And then it will start that spacing out again and again. And in that way, it takes that fact from your short-term memorization and put it into your long-term memorization. But one important thing is that you must open it daily, or at least regularly, so that you won't have a lot of dual cards and you won't be frustrated. As you can see, I have 197 dual cards, which is gonna be quite normal after time when you start adding cards. Now I want you to go and try this app and come back to the video and comment down below how did you find it. Does it work for you as I promised it? And don't forget to hit that like button, I will really appreciate it. Subscribe for more content like this one. I ask you again to hit that like button, because if you do not like the video, it will not appear to others, it will not appear in the suggestion. I promised you, this next video will be about the traps that students fall into. It is so important. That's all, Maryam. Take care of yourself and have a great day.